Hi, I'm Colleen.
And I'm Simoa.
And this is Mad About Movies.
Where we count down our favorite movies by genre.
So, can you guess what this week's genre is?
No idea.
Really? Pumpkin didn't give it away? It's Halloween movies. So
Obviously.
tell me. Well, if it's obvious, why didn't you get it? Tell me, what movies horrify you?
I'm gonna be honest. I got 4: Hannah Montana, Best of Both Worlds, and all 3 High School Musicals. Terrifying.
Those were frightening, very frightening. But actually, I meant more conventional horror, you know, Halloween-esque.
And the Halloween thing.
So, did you get your tops?
Well, actually, me and Colleen have a list of honorable mentions that didn't quite make it to the list, but they are Child's Play from 1988.
Well, that's hers.
The Sixth Sense from 1999, and
Silence of the Lambs, creepy Hannibal Lecter. I'd bring him to dinner, you know, as long as I don't end up dinner. And
28 Days Later.
28 Days Later, brought back the zombie flick.
Fast Zombies.
With a twist. Fast zombies. Faster than Jacoby Ellsbury.
Well,
So, what's your number 3?
Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Me too.
What a coincidence.
Wow. So, what scares you about it?
Oh, I don't know.
The finger knives? The
And
fedora?
the burnt face, the fact that he gets you when you're sleeping, that's always a little scary.
Wait. You could just not sleep.
Well, you could. We are college students after all.
But I don't think that would work. But what's the worst part of the movie?
Honestly, Colleen, when he gets Johnny Depp. Beautiful, 21-year-old Johnny
80s
Depp.
haired Johnny Depp.
But he still looked very nice.
He did. But, you know, I have a theory about all the blood that gets thrown out of it.
All the blood that squirts
yeah,
up
that's
from
not
the
all
bed.
his. That's all the girls who threw themselves in afterwards.
You know, that actually makes sense.
It does. But, aside from that being a terribly sad moment in movie history, what about the more horrifying parts? You know what always got me? Children.
The children. The 1-2 Freddy's Coming For You, a song we're all so familiar with, and it's in a horror movie. They're wearing white dresses. They're playing jump rope.
They're very pale.
Kind of messes with your mind a little bit. Not gonna
A little
lie.
bit. Because, you know, kids in horror movies just freak anyone out. Which brings us to your number 2, I believe.
The Shining from 1980. Crazy Jack Nicholson. At least he's supposed to be crazy. in the
Crazier than
movie.
usual.
Well, you know what the creepiest, scariest part of that movie is?
Lady in the bathtub.
No.
Red rum.
Maybe, but I think it's the 2 twin girls.
All right, creepy children.
I mean, they don't say anything. They just watch him as he's in the hotel. And then, you know what also gets me? We actually find out that the 2 girls were murdered and that the lady in the bathtub is their mother. And Jack Nicholson meets the previous owner. Obviously, he's a ghost, and he tells him, this place kind of messes with your mind. That's why I killed my wife and my 2 daughters. And the whole time, he just has this creepy, chilling look on his face. He's speaking in a monotone. And Jack Nicholson the whole time is just, well, I'm kind of want to kill my wife and son, so.
Not his fault. All work and no play.
Makes
Johnny a dull boy.
It does.
But moving on, more creepy children. The Exorcist. 12-year-old little Reagan, you know, being possessed by the devil. Doesn't sound that frightening, right?
No, not at all.
No, not even a little bit. But it actually, you know, you see how messed up she gets, and you know, part of it you could be like, maybe she's not actually possessed and it's psychological, but I can't twist my neck all the way around, so I'm guessing it's not.
No.
And the split pea soup vomit, classic, beautiful.
Really?
Well, not beautiful.
I can imagine.
Well, you gonna watch it?
No, I'm not.
Why?
I've
She
never-
gets released from the devil.
Yeah, but everything else that happens before then just isn't mine.
Actually,
Cup
it
of tea.
starts up slow, and then all of a sudden you see creepy faces and everything else, and it's like you're being possessed, practically.
Wait, creepy faces, can you elaborate?
Yeah, they just used to add little ones, like, it wouldn't have anything to do with the movie, it'd just pop up. Used to freak people out so bad they kept the paramedics outside just in case, you
That
know.
is pretty messed up.
But as creepy as that is, I'm sure number 1 can top it.
Number 1, Psycho, 1960, directed by Alfred Hitchcock.
Norman Bates.
Norman Bates, Anthony Perkins, played a guy living alone, which, by the way, I think this movie right here teaches us a very valuable lesson. When you are driving alone at night and you come to a sketchy motel and a sketchy guy there tells you that there are 12 rooms, 12 vacancies, you should probably not stay there. But
Go to the Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn right down the street, not a bad idea. Now, this was the first real horror movie that didn't deal with monsters.
Yeah.
You know, we always had Frankenstein and Dracula, but this
Freaks.
was
That's my personal favorite.
Freaks from 1940.
Yeah,
But
very
this,
creepy.
this one actually centered on a human being the villain. And not only is he just evil, but you can tell he's mentally disturbed because he thinks that his dead mother is his split personality, which, spoiler alert, he's the one who killed her in the first place.
And wait, what drives him to kill the girl?
Let's just say manly desires. You know, the whole mother thing. She doesn't want him to have those kind of urges, so he thinks, I should kill her. Dressed up as a mother, of course.
Oedipus much?
Yes, the Oedipus complex. But what is so funny about well, not funny, obviously. I mean,
well, funny if you're sick and twisted.
This is 1960, and this is the first time audiences had ever seen that. And that creepy music that you get as soon as he... Yes, that music right there.
I'm brilliant at making sounds, apparently.
You couldn't even hear that music because the audience was screaming so loud. And Hitchcock is the one who opened up that whole horror movie genre.
Did you scream?
I didn't, but I kept my eyes closed.
Well, Hitchcock's brilliant. Probably one of the, greatest directors ever. Well, actually is, not probably. But moving on, the director of my movie from 1978, John Carpenter, actually has mentioned how much Psycho had influenced this movie, which, Halloween, that's what it is, if you couldn't figure it out.
Anticlimactic.
A little anticlimactic, I know. #1 Halloween movie, Halloween, whatever. But he was influenced, actually, because it's the whole slasher thing, but he kind of took it to the nth degree. And, but the whole thing about it is, it's so cliche, but it just works. Like, you have the teens doing things they shouldn't, so they end up dead, blah, blah, blah. And then you have, Jamie Lee Curtis, Scream Queen herself, who, guess what, doesn't die. Big surprise.
Why doesn't she?
Because she wasn't doing naughty things like the other teens.
Oh, I see.
Well, that's my theory, Horror 101. But, it actually, and anyone who argues that it's not, how come there's been so many sequels, not good ones, but still sequels, remakes, and knockoffs? I mean, don't get me wrong, Jason's okay, and normally I go with the guy in the hockey mask, but you're just a second-rate Michael Myers. Get over it.
Does Michael Myers wear a mask?
Yes, he does. A William Shatner mask. And you get the creepy music, just like Psycho, but, not the same.
But still influenced by it. The original is always better. Do not see Psycho with Vince Vaughn.
Ugh, don't see anything with Vince Vaughn.
That hurt.
I didn't mean that. Sorry. I did. All right, so I guess that's all we have to say about horror movies.
Yes, so if you really want to get in the Halloween spirit or you just don't want to sleep, watch all of these or any others that you may come across.
No, just watch these. Don't listen to her. All right, so have fun, be safe, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
And this was
Mad About Movies.
And you can watch us and more videos on thesuffolkvoice.net.
Ha 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 ha.